Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Independent Reading Time. Once again, I'm John.
I'm Mackenzie.
Yeah,
I hate this intro.
episode 3. We made it, boys. I'm so happy. Look at us go. Oh, yeah.
Anyways, welcome back to IRT. Uh, we still don't really know what we're doing, but it's okay.
No, nope. We don't have a special guest for this episode, but
We
we
have
will
one
have
lined up.
one next episode. So
Yeah.
be ready. But for now, okay, so I guess this is kind of where the feedback sort of deal comes in. So we just had an idea, like 30 seconds before this one started. We were like, hey, you just want to wing it and like see how it goes? And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, sure. So if you guys like kind of like the whole like rambling, like from one topic to another, not one specific topic for the whole thing, let
Yeah.
us know.
Because
And if
that'd
you
be
guys like
helpful.
it, and if you guys like it and we think it sounds better, then we'll
Do
just
that.
fuck around for an hour and a half.
uh,
We'll see what
also,
happens, right?
also, we got a Discord up. It's very basic because my Discord server skills are horrible, but it's there and it exists. So I'll probably
And
link that.
and all the guests that we are going to have on the podcast will be invited to the Discord server once their episode is finished.
Yeah. Well, before the episode is. Oh, what? Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, either or.
Yeah.
They're going to be in there. So if you
Yeah.
want to say hi, go for it.
Yeah. Anywho, how are you today, John?
I'm feeling pretty good considering it's been only like 18 hours and our first video has like 63 views.
True.
I don't know how that happened. That's bonkers.
I don't know either. Like, that is
Feels
really
good though.
bonkers. It's weird.
Feels good.
Why am.
I think we're finally climbing the ranks, boys.
Finally getting to that YouTube stardom.
Oh yeah. Only took a day. I'm so excited. Let's go.
Ooh, ooga booga.
Um,
Ugh.
hopefully, uh, as you all know from the first episode, and I think I mentioned it last time also,
I
but
think you
I
did.
met my grandparents. I met my grandparents,
Yeah, you did.
and I don't have my microphone. But tomorrow, Thursday, is when I'm going to get my mic. So hopefully, I will sound a whole lot better
Yeah.
from that point going forward, which would be pretty freaking awesome. Not gonna lie, that'd be nice.
Sorry, my hair was getting in my face. It's very annoying.
Oh, gross.
Thing. I'm debating on cutting my hair.
Like how short?
So like whenever have you ever seen me with like my man bun kind of thing going on?
I don't think so.
Huh. Well, so I have like an undercut, and so I have whenever I put my like long pieces to get it out of my face, there's like these little floofs on the side, and so I'm debating on just cutting the floofs to like the length that it is in the back shaved, and just keep the man bun thing kind of going.
That's kind of what happens to me. I've got like really curly hair and I like it long, and my sideburns aren't really like what you'd expect them to be. They're like they're kind of like weeds. They're kind of like growing weeds. Um, they just like poof out of the side of my head, and when I put my glasses on, it'll like press down on them, so they like shoot up and like point sideways sometimes.
Yeah.
So it'll look like I'll have like a different set of like ears, but they're funky looking.
But they're funky looking.
It's really weird.
They're funky looking.
They are, and I mean, I like my hair long. I love my hair long, but I think that it it's just a little bit strange when they like jet out of the side of my head, like I put hair gel in them.
Harvey, what are you doing? What's up?
Oh,
Hi.
is Harvey back?
Yeah.
We got Harvey, boys.
What? What's up? What you need? You just want attention? Better? You wanna come sit on the couch? Come on. Sorry, my dog is very loud and very whiny. Come sit on the couch. Dingus? Oh my god.
He'll figure it out.
So we bought Harvey a new bed because his old bed literally was like two sheets of cloth,
Right?
like sewed together. Like we bought it and they were like, yeah, this is acceptable for a dog. And we finally got him a new bed and it's like squishy too. It feels like it would be like a cushion for like an outdoor seat where it's like wood. Hi, bud.
Yeah.
And he like almost refuses to lay on it. He always goes in my room and sleeps on my bed, or he sleeps on the couch, or in front of the bathroom door, and it's very annoying because you can't see him because he's black, so it's very hard to like see him in the dark, and so you'll trip over him, or he'll get up when he doesn't need to get up, and then he will just sit there and whine at you. Stop licking the couch. Stop it. And then he licks the floor and the couch. I don't know why. Like he's not licking his paws. He's licking the couch.
I mean, my dogs look weird shit like that all the time.
Ugh.
But I mean, I guess it's just how dogs are. I don't know, man. They're weird. They're funky. Dogs are funky sometimes.
All cats are funky too, man.
Cats are just assholes. They are. I mean, mine isn't. I love my cat, Butterscotch. He's a really cool cat. He's not a dick. I mean, like sometimes he'll shit under the computer desk, but other than that, he's cool. But I've seen like a lot of cats just be mean to people, and like the people that they own, they're just like dicks to them the whole time.
I follow a person and like she gives her cats these little soups and she's like, "Is it time for a soup?" And it's so cute and he'll like they'll jump up and like do a spin and stuff. It's so cute. I love it. I love that. Give them
My
a
dog
soup.
doesn't like my dog doesn't like getting like clothes put on him. He'll like roll around on the. It's like he'll have a stroke when you put a shirt on him. I don't know if he's being over dramatic or if he legit hates it that much, but he does not like wearing clothes.
Oh, so did you know parrots are actually really overdramatic?
Well, I could have guessed that, yeah.
No, so like if you give their parrots a bath, they'll act like they're dying.
Huh?
Yeah. So
They'll like wallow in pain.
no, they just act like they're dying sometimes. No one knows why. They just act like they're dying. And like they're especially cockatoos, but like they just act like they're dying. It's really weird. No one knows why they do it. They're just like, "Yeah, I had a bath. I'm going to act like I'm dying now." Wait, what?
I
Where in
mean,
their small
I knew
pea-sized brain?
birds are dramatic. I don't think I ever told you that story. This is a great story. Did I ever tell you about my arch nemesis?
Was it that bird? I think I remember it. I think.
Yeah.
I
I
think.
think you're on the right track. Okay, so story time. Here we go. Oh boy, I love this one. So, um, and keep in mind, so I'll just cut to the chase. So, up in Indiana, where my dad lives up in Indiana, and I'll go see him during the summer. And like 10 minutes away from his house, there is like this little aquarium shop where you can go in and like buy fish and shit,
I
and it's
remember
cool. It's
this.
cool in there. I love it. But as a kid, and when I was a kid, like 9, 8, somewhere around there. Um, I would go in with my dad, right? And one time I went in there, I see that the store owners have a parrot. They got a parrot that they just like let fly around like throughout the store. And I didn't think anything of it at first. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But the moment that that bird saw me walk into that door, locked eyes with me like I was about to get shot, like he was about to pull out a gun and pop a cap in my leg. He just started screaming at me like this. Dude, this fucking bird hated me for some reason. I guess I looked at him funny. I don't know what I did to hurt his feelings, but I'm sorry. And every single time, and it was only me. It was only me that that bird would get mad at. Every time I would go in, he would stare me down, and then he would just yell. He would just like yell at me. I was waiting for him to like get off his little peg and start like fucking coming at me and start clawing me the hell up. I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming. I was waiting for it. Never happened. I think I outlived him because the last time I went, it was a different parrot, and this one. was like in an actual cage. So I guess they learned their lesson from last time. Don't let the goddamn parrot in the aquarium fly around wherever the hell it wants. I don't know why they didn't do that in the first place, but he's got a cage now, so he can't bother me anymore.
That's fun. There
I
was
hope
when I
I
lived
hope that
in
fucking birds.
Effingham, Georgia, we had a neighbor, and he had a parrot, and he actually still has his parrot because we went to go visit him, and he had his parrot. But he was like, "Don't stick your fingers in the cage; he will bite you." But every time, like I go over there, I sit and I talk with him. Like I sit and I just like chat with him and like bob my head, trying to get him to and he'll follow me sometimes, but he'll just like squawk at me if I go to leave. It's very sad. Like when I go to leave, he
Oh,
starts like screaming.
like in pain.
No, he's
Like
just like
like
yelling. He was very
I
angry.
I guess he doesn't want you to leave, or maybe he's like, yeah, get the fuck out. Jesus Christ, finally, Jesus. I don't
Gosh, he was
know.
so annoying.
I mean, I hope that's not. But
Probably. I can be annoying to birds. Who knows? I love birds.
I hope
I
that
still want a
I
bird.
hope that parrot is dead.
God.
And I listen. I'm against like animal abuse and all that shit, but I would not hesitate if someone gave me the opportunity to punch that bird square in the head. No hesitation.
I thought the bird
I could
attacked
be.
you at one point. For some reason I remember that somewhere in the story that
No,
like the bird
he got
attacked you at some
close.
point.
He was getting ready to. He was getting ready to, but we got out just in time. Thank God. I could be 43 years old and I would
Still
still
remember that bird.
just just beat the shit out of him if I could now. He gave me that bird, that parrot in the goddamn aquarium store scared me more than any game I've played, any show that I've seen, any of it.
Well, yeah.
Pure absolute terror. I'm so glad he's gone. I heard the new bird's an asshole too. I mean, he hasn't like. I don't have anything personal against that one, but I've heard that's why he has a cage because like he's just a dick to everybody instead of just one kid.
Everyone. Maybe
Yeah,
he just had
right.
a vendetta. Who knows?
What an upgrade! We go from the bird picking on one kid to the bird picking
Picking
on
on
everybody.
everyone.
Excellent.
Maybe he's like an Enderman. When you locked eyes with him, he just got real pissed. He just stayed
What?
pissed.
I don't know. I don't know, but it's like he knew. It's like he had a sixth sense. Because even when he wasn't standing at the door to see me walk in, he knew that I was there. He knew.
Well, he probably heard you. Like, if you ever talked in the store, he probably recognized your voice.
He probably heard me scream my ass off. That's probably what he heard. And if that's why he hates me, then I wouldn't blame him, but he scared the shit out of me.
See,
I
I
didn't
haven't dealt with like a weird pet.
I didn't insult him. I didn't call him a mean name. He just didn't like me for some reason. I don't know why.
So, so here's the thing. Speaking about like weird pets, my best friend, Izzy used to have iguanas. I think she had like two of them, and I saw the iguanas. I never touched them. I never held them. I like never really did see them. Like they were just there. No one talked
Yeah.
about them. No one. I don't think I've ever seen them feed them either. Like I just kind of like they were just there. They're hanging out.
Yeah.
It was really weird. And
I
then
mean,
they died. But you know.
iguanas will fuck you up, man. Have you seen like the videos of them like hanging around in Mexico and them fighting?
Oh no.
Dude, they go at it. They're mean. They are mean. Like I saw this one video. It was like a while ago, but this dude has a pet iguana. This thing is like as wide as a king size bed, right? That's how long he is. And he like bit him once, and you could like see he went through like 5 layers of skin. And I don't know why the iguana was mad at the guy. He just started the video off and he was hissing at him. So I don't know what he did. I guess they're just like that sometimes. I don't know. Those things are scary. Or like Komodo dragons. Have you seen them fight?
Oh no, I have not seen them fight. I've seen them though, but I don't because I saw them at the Jacksonville's. I think they only have one Komodo dragon.
Yeah, that's a good thing because when the Komodo dragons fight, they will literally pick up one another and suplex them.
Oh no.
I'm serious, dude. These guys, have so much strength that they will pick up one another and body slam them onto the ground, and that's how they determine a winner. I, I shit you not. Like they'll rarely bite. They will rarely bite one another. Most of the time, they just like fucking like lock heads and just like beat up each other, body slam
You know what
one
that
another.
reminds me
It's
of? That reminds me.
fantastic.
Do you know that one video of where it's just two beetles like fighting, and then it was like a rhinoceros beetle, I think, and he just like
Yeah,
grabbed him and just flicked him up.
yes. Sent them into fucking orbit.
You know that reminds me of I was playing Kirby Adventure and we had that it was one of the boss and he did like a back slam and he'd like pick Kirby up
Yeah.
and then throw you backwards and then you'd bounce and you were
Uh,
like I don't know, it was really annoying. It was a really annoying boss and I hated that boss and it's really annoying,
I
especially when
love
the
that.
power is that helpful.
I love that power though, where you can just pick up a dude and suplex him, and then he just like goes flying up across the screen.
See,
Good
I'm currently
shit.
stuck on like the boss level for Grape Garden, and it really sucks because I don't know how to beat him because I can't. I don't know. It's annoying. I'm stuck. Is my point.
I haven't played. I haven't played Kirby's Adventure in a long time. I think the last time I played it was the remake that they did for the Game Boy Advance,
Hmm.
and haven't touched it since.
My again, Izzy used to have a blue Game Boy Color. I think she had like Pokemon or something on it. I don't remember what she had on it, but she had something on it. And then my aunt has like the original like brick Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, so she has that. It's got Tetris on it.
Oh, the original Game Boy.
Yeah,
Oh wow,
yeah.
cool. Did you know that those things were built to last? So there was like a soldier brought like his Nintendo Game Boy like on his army trip to like one of the wars or something,
Mhm.
and I think it was either an atomic bomb or a
It,
grenade,
I think it was a
but
grenade, John.
I well no I don't know I forget. I'm gonna have to like look it up at some point. But this Game Boy, the single original Game Boy, took a huge explosion like right to the face of it, and it still plays.
um,
It's in a museum and everything.
so speaking about wars, did you know there was a bear in I think World War II that fought with the Polish army? He was like registered and everything.
I don't doubt it, man. The Russians kicked ass back then.
No, 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 Polish. He was a Polish
Oh right,
bear.
that's in German. In Germany.
Um, no, his name was Wojtek. Wojtek?
Ooh.
Woltek. But he's a little bear, and he fought with the Polish army and like brought in artillery shells and stuff at one point. Yeah, he like legitimately. So before, when he was like in the camp, just like kind of vibing around, he would like take a lot of showers. He'd eat lit cigarettes. Like he could tell when they were lit and when they were not. And if it wasn't lit, he would spit it out. But if it was a lit cigarette, he would swallow the lit cigarette.
So this bear, army bear that smokes cigarettes.
He smokes cigarettes. He eats marmalade and he drinks beer and sweetmeats. And then he also takes really long showers, and at one point there was another bear in another like army group or whatever, and these two bears fought and the Wojtek won. It was
Oh,
great. Yeah, it was freaking whack. But like so the way he got like to get like a colonel status was they were going, it was like France, and they were going and cataloging all the soldiers, and they were like, well, there's who's Wojtek, and they're like, oh well, Wojtek isn't here, and so, but no, they wouldn't let him on, so they had to go and make like a bunch of files for Wojtek, so they let him go.
wow.
Yeah, but so for the artillery shell thing, what he did was he saw soldiers carrying it, and he like he brought a few empty boxes because he was lazy, but he like carried artillery shells and food and stuff just over there, just because why not? There goes Wojtek. There he goes. I love Wojtek. I love the story of
Now
Wojtek.
that's a guy that I would want to take out bowling.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Listen. Right. That bear. That bear sounds cooler than most of the people in the actual wars that I've heard about.
That bear, it is a cool bear. Um, excuse me?
Voight.
Oh, yeah, Colonel Wojtek.
I
I'll
don't
see if I
even.
can.
I don't even. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds freaking awesome.
I forget his okay, so it's WJTEK if anyone wants to look at it. Um, Wojtek the bear. Um, and he was dead serious. Sometimes spelled Wojtek and pronounced as such as a Syrian brown bear brought as a young cub, railway station. I forget what it meant. What did it mean? Uh, I forgot what it meant.
Just like Google what does Wojtek mean. That reminds me of that. Like it was the biggest horse ever recorded. This dude was massive.
Oh,
Like like
okay, sorry, I found the thing. It says a warrior whom combat brings joy.
yeah, that's fucking cool.
Associated with warrior and joy. So he's a happy little
Dude.
bear.
War bear, war bear.
War bear, war bear.
Amazing. Um but I don't know. I think it was in America, but dude, this horse, you could fit like 5 people on it.
Oh Jesus.
He was huge. I don't know the specifics. I forgot his name. It was like
I hate to feed him.
oh gosh, I'm trying to remember um frick, what was it?
I'll look.
Oh, that's gonna bug me. Hank,
I'll see if I can find it while we
just look
continue
up
on.
just look up like the biggest horse in the world. Um but dude, he was huge. And I think they used him for like wars and stuff.
His name was Big Jake. Or that's
I
the
don't
world's
think that's
tallest horse.
yeah, that's a different one. I'm thinking of a different one. Um look up biggest horses in the world. I'll tell you which one it is. The name isn't like a name you'd expect, but it's still a cool name.
Shire horse.
Mm,
Nope, that's I don't. The only one that I can see are like biggest horses in the world. Okay.
hang on.
King
This
Ligure?
is this is huh?
King Ligure?
No.
Dr. Ligure. Morocco.
Hang on.
Big Jake.
No.
Those are the only ones
Oh
here.
man. I heard about it. I heard about him at some point.
I don't know.
Forget what I forget what he was called. Oh, that's gonna bug me. Oh well. But I mean, he was freaking girthy. I mean, the picture,
Girthy.
yeah, the picture was him of freaking like next to a person, and the horse has like 2 feet on this guy. He's freaking huge, and I love him, but he's probably dead because he was an old horse.
He was an old horse.
He was an old horse. I think he like lived in the 80s or 90s or something.
Oh. Have you ever ridden a horse?
Yeah, I've ridden a horse.
I fell off a
Have you
horse.
ever ridden have you ever ridden an elephant before?
Yes, I have.
Those things are fun to ride.
It's weird.
I still haven't ridden a camel.
Neither have I. Ooh. Whoa.
I mean, I'm sure it'd be fine,
Yeah.
fun, but I rode an elephant and I was like 5 when I rode that elephant.
Yeah. I haven't been to a circus since I was about like 5 or 6.
I can't remember the last time I went.
Oh, I don't know. Excuse me. There was one time my dad made me watch Circus Olay
Was that
or Circus du Soleil. I don't know what it is.
like a movie?
Yeah, it was like a weird dance. I'll have to find it. Hold on. Um, it's okay. So they're like a bunch of like French circus people. Uh, Circus Soleil. Circus du Soleil. I don't know how to say it, but it's the them, and they record it, and they do these really weird shows. Um,
Hmm.
and they do it all around the world. So like they did a Beatles one. They're doing Immerse Yourself in a Dream one. Oh, that one's Michael Jackson.
Huh.
They're doing a Disney one.
So they're like plays, but with circuses.
Yeah, it's really weird because they have like certain like stuff. It's weird.
Mm.
It's really weird. It's a weird show, and it's just weird. I don't know which one it was, but it was strange, and I'm not sure how I still feel about it. And I had to watch it in like dance one year. We were just watching. I think because our band teacher, Miss Tucker, was doing something with Miss Ingram, and so we ended up just going into the dance room and kind of just sitting there and watching Circus Delay.
Huh. Yeah, I've never heard of that. That sounds like a cursed film. Weird. Um. Huh. Oh, boys, fellas.
What?
Um. I'm at a blank. I'm running a blank. What do we do? Oh no, fellas, audience, you're gonna have to excuse us for a little bit. Still kind of new to this, right?
Yeah.
We're just kind of free throwing this, just spitting out what comes to mind.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to think of something to talk about.
Oh. Oh.
Kenzie,
What?
what did you do today?
I woke up. So I have a really messed up sleep schedule right now, and so I go to sleep at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and normally I sleep for like 12 to 14 hours. I go into a coma pretty much. Um, and but this time I didn't. I had an actual 7 hours of sleep, and then I got up at like 2, and I almost missed my counseling appointment, but it was with my dad, so it's no big deal. Um, and so that's why my dad had my phone, is he was doing counseling, and so um, and,
Can I tell him what I did?
yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know what Kenzie was doing. I texted her earlier today, and her dad had the phone when I sent this. I just texted her, "Oi, cock," and then she responds, "Broski," and I'm like, "What?" She goes, "My phone is with my dad right now," and
I'm
and I
curious
was
what
like,
emotion went through your head when I said that. Just
I was
immediately.
like, I thought I dread. It was a combination of dread and oh shit, I just got Kinsey grounded for a month. I thought I thought he was gonna look at that and be like, Kenzie,
Ugh.
what's this John fella talking about? Talking
He
about
doesn't.
cocks, huh?
He doesn't know when to shut up.
Yeah,
He doesn't know when he's taking a joke too far.
that's why you need to see. Okay, from now on, you need to let me know when your dad has your phone.
Well, I didn't know you were gonna text that. I thought we were just gonna continue, with oh yeah, deet, doot, ooh yeah, hoo ha hee hoo, like hee hoo funny, not oi, nice cock. Like, whoa, okay.
Because if I send you some like a picture of Garfield with tits or something, and he opens it, then not only are you gonna be fucked, but I'm gonna be fucked.
How are you gonna be fucked?
He'll he'll find out how to get a hold of my parents.
uh,
I have full faith that I'll get busted too. Not even a question.
my dad doesn't have my phone a
Well,
lot. Or if he does, he doesn't
you
normally look through it.
you need to let me know when he does, for the love of God.
uh,
I I hate doing that, and it I have like bad luck when I text people because like sometimes like as a conversation starter, I'll just text like the most random and stupid shit
mhm.
just to like get a reaction out of the people I'm text just to get a reaction out of the people I'm texting. And every time that I send them something exceptionally retarded,
It's like,
that's when their parents are on their phone.
oh
It's
no.
every time.
Maybe
Every
you should
time.
just stop.
Well, it's no, I'm not gonna stop. It's funny. I'm not, I don't care. I mean, but like, if it gets to the point where like I send something and what I sent gets the person who I sent it to in trouble with their parents, then I'll feel bad. I'd probably feel really bad about it.
I feel
That'd be
bad about a lot of
awful.
stuff. Like whenever I'm making fun of you, because I call him Rat Boy because he's got like these weird rat hands.
Shut the fuck up. Why don't?
So I call him Rat Boy, and every once in a while, once in a blue moon, I'll feel bad about it, and I'll apologize, and then I'll go back to calling him Rat Boy because he's a rat boy.
You're not so mean. That is. Do you realize how mean that is?
It's not that mean.
You make me cry every time you call me that. I
I
swear to
call a
God.
lot of people Rat Boy.
Whatever. No, you don't.
Yes, I do. There
Started
are
with me though.
there are a lot of characters that I call Rat Boy.
You started it with me though.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, I thought you were original.
No. I started calling you Rat Boy. But then it evolved to me calling like Gavin Reed and Matthew Gray Goobler and Brian David Gilbert all Rat Boys. So, you know,
Rat.
Rat Boy. Rat Boy.
I'll
I
call
guess
Mackenzie.
Linguini would be Rat Boy, wouldn't he?
I'll call Mackenzie a roll of pennies because she's really short and really dense.
I hate you. Ugh.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
You are wrong.
You have smooth brain. You have smooth brain.
What is the average height for a woman in the U.S.?
Probably taller than you.
Hey! You shut your mouth. Hold on.
How tall are you? Like 4 foot
Average
something?
horse weight. Average height for a woman. 5 feet 4 inches. I'm just below that. Just barely below that.
I fucking told you. Kenzie's below average.
I hate you. So you probably you are too. How tall are you?
Like 5'11", 5'12". I'm almost 6 foot.
Fuck you. I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
The average male height is 5.6 feet.
5.2, and I don't even... Wait, no! Why did it say 5.4? If it's 5.2, yeah, I beat it.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be the same for like every website that you go to.
Is 5'7" an average height for a woman? No.
I wouldn't say so.
About 10% of the female population in the U.S. is over 5 foot 7 inches. Some think all females are getting taller, but the average height for a woman for 28 to 14 is still about 5.4 inches. And I'm not even 18, so yeah, I'm still growing. I'm still growing.
I think. Do you know why I make fun of how tall you are specifically?
Why?
Because you are the exact same height as my like 76-year-old grandpa, who is literally a hunchback.
That's why you make fun of me so much?
Yeah, dude, I swear to God, she turned 60 and then started to shrink.
My dad's
She's
starting
so
to shrink.
tiny. She's so tiny. She's like a hobbit, dude. She's like a hobbit, but a hunchback hobbit.
Hunchback hobbit.
And she's brittle and frail, so she can't do anything.
You can't make fun of old. Doesn't she watch this now?
No, okay. Well,
different
I have
one?
3 sets of.
Right,
I got 3
different one,
sets of
different one,
grandparents.
different one.
Yeah, this is my dad's mom, who's up in
Oh.
Indiana.
See, I have 2 sets of grandparents, and they're both on my mom's side. I don't have grandparents on my dad's side
Like any more or?
anymore.
Oh.
Like
What-
they died
Jesus
way
Christ,
before
John.
I was born.
Did I really just assume that your dad just like popped into the ethereal plane from nothing?
He was spawned in.
Oh. Wow, I'm really that retarded, aren't I?
And you call me a roll of pennies.
Are you kidding me? Dude. Does your dad, when you say your dad doesn't have grandparents, do you mean anymore? Like, did they die? Or you just never had any? Holy shit.
And he
Maybe
calls
I
me
have
the roll
smooth
of pennies.
brain. Maybe I have smooth brain. I
Maybe
have
you do.
I only have smooth brain in certain circumstances like that. You you just have it all the time.
Hey, no, I do not. I have
You
big
do.
boy brain. Big brain.
Mm.
Big brain. I have big pee pee and I have big brain.
Small brain, smooth brain.
I have big brain. Big
No.
wrinkle brain.
Big wrinkle brain. Ew. Ew.
Where did the word where
Um,
did smooth brain come from is my question.
oh, because so the whole deal with that is like the reason that your brain is all wrinkly and has like
Yeah.
all the curves and stuff
It's
is
more
because
space. It makes
yeah,
more
and
space.
like all the curves and stuff have like the different segments of like emotions and stuff. But smooth brains don't. Okay, here's a perfect example. Koalas. Koalas legitimately have smooth brains, and they are the dumbest animal on the planet. They are. Okay, I'm about to rant about koalas,
He gets
Kenzie.
really pissed about koalas.
Regardless, you're either gonna like it or hate it. But I'm here. It comes.
Okay.
Koalas are a waste of space on this planet.
They're cute though, so they get an exception.
Okay, you know what? Fine. They're cute. They're cute. They're cute. Koalas are cute, but they are the most useless animal that I've ever witnessed, and that's coming from me.
Yeah.
I consider koalas more useless than me, and that's saying a lot. They have legitimately smooth brains. The only thing that they know how to do that requires any mental capacity is find eucalyptus leaves, which give no health benefits to them.
Hmm.
Literally, the only thing that they will ever eat is eucalyptus leaves, and
Mhm.
they don't give any nutrition. So they will literally be born and start slowly dying because the only thing that they eat does nothing for them. And they can only eat the leaves off the trees. If you take off a bunch of the leaves, throw it on a plate in front of their face, they will not be able to mentally recognize it as food and will starve to death. You could fill a room. You could fill an empty room with eucalyptus leaves on the floor and put a koala in there and leave them for a week. You'd come back, the koala would be dead, and the leaves wouldn't have been touched. Their smooth, dum brains immediately think leaf not on tree, leaf not food, me not eat leaf, and then they fucking die.
But why koalas?
What do you mean? Why?
Why is it koalas that get so pissed?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, why do I get so mad about koalas?
Mhm.
Because there is literally not a single good reason that they need to be on this planet. Do you know eucalyptus leaves are poisonous?
Yeah.
They're poisonous to every other creature on the planet. Koalas are so stubborn and so stupid that they literally had to evolve over millions of years to eat something that is not nutritious for them and will also kill them if they eat it. They just, through sheer stupidity and willpower, they have evolved to be able to tolerate eucalyptus leaves, and that's the only thing that they will eat.
John, they're slow. You gotta leave them be.
Oh no, I know they're slow. I know they're slow. That's what's wrong with them. They
You just gotta.
they sleep for their entire life. They sleep more hours than they're awake for their whole lifespan.
That sounds like me.
You'd be lucky to go to a zoo and catch a koala awake and actually moving. Koala, koalas do less than a human baby, than any baby on this planet from any animal. Adult koalas do less than them.
John's very
They
angry
eat
about
poison.
koalas.
They eat poison. They sleep for 12 hours a day, and then they die like 3 months later.
They only live to like 3 months.
I mean, I think they live a little bit longer than that.
Hold
I don't
on.
know the actual lifespan, but
Oi!
it,
Eh,
I wish it was 3 months because they need to all die sooner.
John. You can't just say that.
Koalas are the worst animal. The worst animal.
Shut up. Sorry, I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at my phone. 13 to 18 years, John.
That's way too long. That's way too long. Nope.
It's 13 to 18 years. You're in the wild.
There's So not only are they stubborn enough to eat poison, but they're stubborn enough to only survive on poison for up to 18 years.
Uh
And they still don't get any nutrition from eucalyptus leaves.
huh.
Koalas are the stupidest, most worthless, useless animal ever created, including humans, and I rest my case. You will never be able to convince me that koalas have a purpose and are worth anything.
Uh,
I
Anyways,
wouldn't even I wouldn't even want
so
one as a
John
pet.
rants
I wouldn't
about
even get
koalas.
a koala as a pet.
Do you like ferrets? I like ferrets.
I love ferrets. I wanted a ferret, but I heard that they're stinky, so
So actually, I found out that ferrets are actually, if taken care of correctly, they're not stinky. They ain't
huh.
stinky. Yeah, just the basic care stuff just makes them stinky. Just like the bare
Well,
minimum stuff, and no one knows what they're doing, so it's all stinky. Ew. So, before we started recording, we were hanging out with our friend who's gonna be the guest in next episode, and we just started. First, we started talking about gemstones and stuff, and somehow we evolved to reading like really bad ex-readers. Um,
I don't know
John.
how they dragged me into that.
Yeah, we did, and we made a Tumblr account for John because apparently he's never been
Which
on Tumblr, so we made him one.
and there's a good reason that I don't go to Tumblr, right?
Why?
Because Tumblr is a hole full of hate and garbage fan bases and a bunch of weird shit all condensed into one website.
You're not wrong, but there's cool fan art.
Well, if I want to look at cool fan art, then I'll suck it up and go to DeviantArt.
Uh, no, you won't.
Listen, all right. You kind of have to dig unless it's like something like the Sonic fan base on DeviantArt. You kind of have to dig to find all the bad stuff.
Mm.
So I mean,
You want to test that theory later?
sure, why not? But I mean, I don't really use DeviantArt all that much. If I'm looking for fan art, I'm just going to Google Images and seeing what I get.
Uh, See, I don't
Yeah.
do. I do Pinterest every once in a while. So like when we were googling our names, um, that's why a lot of that stuff pulled up for my name was because it was just from my Pinterest of me saving fan art.
I used to. I mean, I'll get on Pinterest on and off. I've got like a couple images from Pinterest, but not a whole lot.
Yeah. I
So
don't do a
Mackenzie,
lot.
yeah, I don't. So you, Mackenzie, are a
Hmm.
moderator of your own Discord server, yes?
Yeah.
What's that like?
So I help run a GTA RP server. So like we set up cop versus civs and stuff like that. So we had another server that Caden well my friend did, and it had a really bad problem of inactivity. And right now we're having the problem of we don't have enough members that are trained and like capable to do stuff right now to do like a full. We need at least 8 people, and we don't have 8 people that are trained and ready to go. So that's the issue we're having right now. But we keep getting stuff to merge because like we have a thing called Disboard, and it pretty much just there's a site where you can look for servers, and we bump it every once in a while. And I guess that's where people are finding us. But they keep coming into like merge, and they're like, "Hey, you want to merge?" And then so the first time we got offered, we talked with them and looked at their server and were like, I don't think this is right for us. I think we're going to stick with just making our server better. And all you guys really have to offer us is, just more members, and that's about it. And we don't feel like it's the right time to merge. And he goes, well, why not? And I go, "Uh, we just don't want to." And then he continued. And then eventually, one of the people came in and like spammed our server. So we have audit logs on, so we went back into the audit logs and we pulled up the invite to the server they were spamming, and we went and joined their server and just continuously made fun of them because it was very funny. And so like he was texting, and um, and he like called me the C word, and I go, oh, we're resorting to cursing now. We're allowed to do that, all right. And so I joined their server and we start talking, and I'm like, and you know how some people, they won't spell out the full word, and they'll like, for you, they'll just put the letter U, or R, they'll just put the letter R. That makes me so
Yeah, yeah.
irrationally angry. I have no idea why. It pisses, or like two, for two they just put like the number two. Like, no, no, that's not how this works. You don't get to do that. And I was like making fun of him, like, do you not know how to spell a three-letter word? Do you not know the difference between you and you, or not you and you and you?
You're
There,
just
there, and
bullying
there.
this
Yeah,
kid.
no, they started it, and I was getting back, and they were making fun of my name. So my name on Discord is Thickums,
That's
cause
that's my fault, by the way. That I did that. Whoopsies.
oops. And
Sorry.
it's fine. No, but they were making fun of my name, and I'm like, dude, it's an inside joke. That's why it's there. I didn't explain the origin of the joke, but should we explain the origin of the joke?
Go for it, man. I don't care.
So during band camp, we had just I don't know where Thickums came from though.
I think I was just in like a phase. So like if I like I'll get online and like find stuff or whatever, and I'll see like a phrase that some guy used, and then I'll proceed to use that phrase in a lot of my sentences for like a solid month,
Mhm.
and then the next month it'll be something different, and then the
Mhm.
next month it'll be something that I made up. And I guess I just used thickums a lot back then for some goddamn reason. I don't know where I found it, but
Mm.
I guess I just said it a lot, and I guess you just like picked it up.
I don't know, but like we were just running laps because this was during band camp, and he was just like, "You're looking pretty thick," and I'm like, "Ew, stop, no."
Okay, listen, wait. I wasn't hitting on her. I
I.
swear to God. I I wasn't. It was it was
Yeah.
it was John's brand of comedy where I don't think before I speak.
The thing is it progressively got worse too. It wasn't just like that. It got progressively worse.
I don't know how I don't know how after like a month of talking to me you would think to yourself and you're like, yeah, I think I like this guy. I think he's pretty cool.
I
Like
think it's just
I
cuz
wouldn't.
like straight up no one ever like okay, so a lot of the dudes that I'm friends with, they're like one of the people who are like dude bros, like big dude bros, and I was like, he's chill. We're going to take him.
Oh, so I wasn't a good pick. I was just the best of the worst.
No, not that. But oh, but yeah. So that's the story of how we became friends. Well, no, that and I have these Garfield earrings I got cuz we do like a market downtown every once in a while. And I got Garfield earrings, and I was wearing them during the camp or whatever, and you just like started talking, and then it just evolved from there, and that became like the main joke was just fucking Garfield.
Garfield,
Oh, god
it
damn it.
still is to this
Oh,
day. Good
there she
lord.
is.
Garfield. I come back to Garfield. I'm not happy.
Oh,
We're
oh,
recording right now.
You are?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Okay,
sneak peek
guys,
of our special guest.
that was oh my gosh, that's crazy. What a fancy
I,
cameo that we just had. Wow,
I panicked.
that was a cameo
A
of
cameo.
our special guest for next episode.
Yeah. We still have about what 40 minutes, 40-ish minutes.
Shit, my
Yeah.
bad. I'll go.
We'll let you know when we're ready.
Yeah, we'll let you know when it's your time to come in. Don't worry.
All
We'll
right,
give you your
bet
cue.
I'll be waiting. I promise. Here, listen. Oh fuck! I almost set myself on fire. Anyways, bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Um,
God damn it. Have we really gotten to the point where we got rated?
no, she just has permission. So on the Discord server, well, no, she just joined because we're on the group chat, group
Yeah,
chat,
yeah,
group chat call. Because John's phone can't handle it.
it can't. Hopefully at some point I'll get like a laptop or whatever. But I
Well,
mean, it works. It works.
I mean, this laptop was. I mean, I got it in like 2015. It's still working. I mean,
I mean,
it's struggling, but it's working. It's getting my job done.
if I wanted to, I mean, we have a laptop, but it's like my stepdad's work computer, and it's
Oh,
only like stays in the garage. So if I really wanted to, then I could go out to the garage and use that instead.
yeah.
But I don't really. I mean, I like options of where I can go, and I mean, this works. It's not like it's like broken or anything.
Yeah.
Um, but I promise, give it like a couple months, and we'll slowly but surely upgrade our setup
Yeah.
to
I've
where
been
we don't
debating on going
sound.
and buying a new mic. Because, I mean, I just need a new mic for, like, Xbox and stuff like that, too.
Yeah.
And I do my own stuff.
I mean, if I'm probably just gonna use my headset.
I know, that's what I'm using right now. Or I might get a new headset, because this is one that my friend gave me when he got an upgrade. And so he gave me a headset. Um, that's the only reason I have this. So I might
Um,
just go and get a new headset.
the headset that I have right now is actually a replacement. So I had the headset that I use now. It's just like a basic old pair of Turtle Beaches.
Yeah.
Um, but like I want to say 3 months ago or something, my old pair of them broke.
Oh.
Like my dog was sitting on my bed. My dog was sitting on my bed, and they were like off my head, and they were on the bed, and like I tried to like pull my headphones out from under him,
Oh, no.
and it pulled the cord out of the headphone, like
I.
it ripped them out. So those broke, but uh a couple weeks later, we went to. So my mom kind of has like a side job where
Yeah.
she goes to Fripp Island, which is like this fancy island down in South Carolina
Yeah.
with all these fancy houses. It's like a resort, and we go
Hmm.
clean houses. And I'll usually go, make some cash and help clean with her. And one family, because like when families leave, they usually leave some stuff,
Hmm.
and like finders keepers, like we'll take the shit, we'll take it. And one time I got a freaking steal, dude. This one kid left a orange Xbox One controller, wireless Xbox One controller,
Damn.
which orange is my favorite color, so I was ecstatic. And I still have it. I've still been using it. Works like a charm. And a brand new pair of Turtle Beaches that were the exact color as my old pair.
Huh. See, what happened to
Yeah.
mine is
And
my jack got messed up, and so it just I had to turn it a certain way, and eventually, like, I don't know where they went,
yeah.
and it just wouldn't work. And I need a new controller. My bumpers are starting to come up and stuff like that. It's not
Mm.
good.
But I'm glad that I didn't throw the microphone that I had for the first headset because it plugged right into the newer one that I got, and that's what I've
Yeah.
been using.
See, this one, the
Bonkers.
mic, I don't think the mic, yeah, this one, the mic doesn't come out. But my old ones, I think the mic came out. I think. I'm not entirely sure. But, you know.
I mean, if I want to, right, if this picks up, maybe I'll get like just like a snowball mic. Well, I mean, because those work from what I've heard.
Yeah.
I
Ow!
mean, anything's better than what I'm doing now. We're 3 episodes in, and I'm still yelling at my phone.
Oops.
I mean, yeah, but tomorrow I'm getting my mic, so hopefully that'll be a little bit better, more tolerable, and that way I don't pick up any background noise.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I'm
like you
still
guys,
picking up background noise. If you guys hear planes in the background, we both live near an air base. We live near the Marine Corps Air Station, and they fly a lot all of the time, every night. And I live in the trifecta of emergency services. I live close to the hospital. I live near ambulance dispatch, I live near the police department, and I live near the fire department. So I constantly hear sirens all of the time. It's great. It's lovely. It's wonderful. Maybe it's Maybelline. Who knows?
And I mean, of course, the state that we live in has to have really popular air shows, so they're always practicing, and they're really loud all the time.
Well, yeah, that and they're training Marines and stuff, so they have to do a lot of
Yeah.
flight. They do like a lot of touch and goes every once in a while. Like we have not Ladies Island. I don't know. It's on like Highway 21, but they have like a thing and they do touch and goes and they'll just go. I actually wanted to. I've been debating on like maybe being an ATC instead of dispatch, because
Was that?
an ATC is an air traffic controller, so they're the ones sitting up in the tower and being like, "All right, you can go and do this. You can go. You're free to go. You know, stuff like that."
That'd be neat, I guess.
Yeah. I like the sound of planes. I really do. I love the sound of planes. I don't know what's with me. I love the sound of planes so much. I love airports.
I just think they're. Well, okay, yeah, you know what? Me too. I actually really like airports.
I love airports. I like if this wasn't going on right now, um I just like sitting in the airport, and it would really
Me
suck cuz you
too.
can't just like go sit in a terminal. I don't like the busy part of the airport. After TSA is where it's so calm and peaceful, and that's the part
Yep.
I really like, and I just want to go sit in a gate and watch the planes go, but I can't because of freaking 9/11. It really
Uh,
sucks.
dude, the airport up in India, I think it's just the atmosphere of them. That's why like
Yeah.
you and I like them so much. The airport up in Indiana has some bonkers like interior design. It's cool up there. They sometimes they'll just have sports cars like in the main entrance for people to just go and look. They got like
So
massage chairs. Like,
the Las Vegas um is really really weird. Excuse me. Um I actually got yelled at the Las Vegas airport a lot. Like at least twice. I got yelled at twice going there and going back.
you went to
McCraren.
Vegas?
Yeah, it was a connection flight. So we were going to.
Um,
It was 4 years ago because of family reunion, and but we were flying there and we were gonna meet my sister on that flight. So what we were doing is we flew from I think we flew from ATL, which is Atlanta, or we flew from Jackson. I don't know which one. I think we flew from ATL. So you go from ATL and then you hit what's the one for Vegas? Vegas is LAS. So you hit LAS and then you hit the Los Angeles airport, and that's what we did. So we went, Atlanta, Vegas, Los Angeles, and then we drove the rest of the way there.
yeah.
Ugh, the HOV lane for Los Angeles was great because you could just like speed. It was great. You sped past everyone because we were technically a high occupancy vehicle. We were three people,
Yeah.
so haha, get dunked on. Oh God, why'd I say that? The hell was that? I don't know.
Fine.
I don't know. But the Las Vegas airport and then the Phoenix airport, dude. The Phoenix airport's so pretty. That's not how you spell Phoenix. Um, the Phoenix airport has this really cool. Oh, look at the skyline. Oh, I love airports so much. Oh, so much. So the Sky Harbor International Airport is so pretty, and so me and my uncle at one point, we did like a thing. So we took our bikes and we rode to the nearest bus stop because I've never been on public transportation, and I was in like fourth grade, and I was like, buses are
Yeah.
cool. So, we went on there, and then we went to the airport, and we just kind of rode around on the trains that were there
Yeah.
because you can just do that.
Huh.
It was really weird. It was fun. I kind of want to go do it
I
again.
could
I like trains.
I could honestly, if I brought a buddy with me, I could make a whole day out of an airport. I could.
I love airports, man. Like,
Which is weird because like everyone else that I talk to, they're like, "Oh, airports suck. Airports are the worst." Like my mom will always complain like every time she's got to go, like take me through the airport and to fly me up to Indiana. But I'm like,
yeah.
no, I like it here. This is nice.
I love airports, man. Yeah, it's overpriced, but I love airports.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
think
good.
that's the one. I think that's the worst part.
Yeah, it's like if you want a snack, it's cost like $20 to get a
Yeah.
freaking snack. I'm like, dude, come on.
But I mean, just good atmosphere. I think that's what it is. I think like it's weird because like airports, for some reason to me have like just a good mood when I walk into them.
They they do. It's really weird. Like it's just like after you hit TSA, it's just very calm and everyone's
Yeah.
so nice and they're all like, "Oh, what are you going? Oh, where are you going?" And then I don't know. I love airports. What thing do you fly normally? Do you fly like Southwest or Delta or American?
I, I think it's weird. I don't really pay attention to what flight I use. Usually, I think it's American for the most part, but
Yeah.
recently, um, so the whole deal with flying up to Indiana,
Yeah.
before I was, I think it was 15. Before I was 15, it was fine, right? I
Mhm.
hop on a flight, fly to Indiana, and that's the end of it,
Yeah.
right? But now that I'm not that I'm older now,
Mhm.
I'm not I'm not like one of the kids who has to sit in the back and talk
Yeah.
to the flight
Flight
attendant.
attendant and
Now
whatever. That whole
now
crap.
now I'm an actual regular passenger.
Yeah.
So so you gotta go through all the other stuff, and it costs more as a regular
Yeah.
passenger, right? And one time, I think it was the first time that I like was past the age limit
Yeah.
for like the kid. I had to do a layover to
Oh
where
God.
I had to land in one
Get
state,
another
get
connecting
on a
flight.
different plane, and then finish it
Yeah.
going up to Indiana. And I thought that I was going to be stuck in the state that I landed in. Honest to God, honest to God, because it was me. It was me and like two other kids, right? We were about the same age. Uh, I don't know what state it was, but in one of the states between South Carolina and Indiana,
Yeah.
um, we had to stop in the middle, and we got off. And I mean, I knew what we were coming to. Like, I knew it was going to happen. My mom was like, "Okay, John, you're going to get on two flights. They're going to stop in this state, and then you're going to hop on a flight to the other state." And I was like, "Oh,
Mhm.
okay, cool. Sounds easy to me." But it took like an hour and a half before we got on the second flight.
Yeah.
And it's not because we were waiting for like the other people to load. No, they were on the plane, but the flight attendant just like had me and these two other guys like behind her counter. Like when you walk up to hand her your ticket and then you get on the plane, we were just
Mhm.
kind of just like chilling behind there for a good chunk of time.
No.
Eventually we got on a plane, and then I surprisingly made it up to Indiana. And then I don't think I had a layover coming back for some reason.
So,
I think it was just a one shot, one trip
yeah.
from
So
Indiana to.
airports are weird about that. But when I lived in Arizona and I'm flying back down here for Christmas to like come hang out with my mom and stuff, um, I was like, by the way, this is a funny story. So I was like, I think 12. No, I was 9. I was like 9 or 10. So I was very young. I was a very small child, and I'm very picky about food. I don't like blueberries. I don't like certain things. And I just was hungry on the flight, so I just wanted to eat Pringles, and she wouldn't let me eat Pringles. But that's not the whole thing. The whole thing is my dad was like, okay, can I walk her to the terminal or whatever? And they're like, yeah, but you can't you can't go past whatever. And so you can't go past the gate, so we couldn't like get on the plane and
Right.
make sure I was fine or whatever. What the hell is that? Something keeps like jumping off. It's freaking me out. Anywho, like and so they call up. You have to. So when you're like a small child flying by yourself, they have to do a description of what you look like. You have to say, she's wearing a Captain America shirt and red sneakers. So in case somewhere in the mix of anything you get lost, you're there. And it actually took my mom. No, anyways, back to I'm getting sidetracked. But they called up my name to go and get boarded, and they said Mackenzie McMillan. My last name's McMahon. I don't know how they got melon out of it. My dad writes in all
Wow.
caps, all caps. It's constantly like
Uh,
printed caps. So it's MCMAHON. Somehow they got melon out of that, and my dad kind of looks at me and he goes, "I think that's you." And I'm like, "Yeah, I also think it's me." God, it was weird. And then
just a hunch.
yeah, just a hunch. But my mom came and she was like, and we were going to get my luggage because I was in Atlanta, and we were going to get my luggage and stuff, and my mom's like, we were sitting there trying to search for my luggage, and we could not find where you get luggage. And my mom was like, it took us longer to find your luggage than it took for me to find you. I think that's an issue. It was really bad. I mean, Christmas wasn't bad. And then I was really sad because I couldn't take my frozen soap with me.
Huh?
I had frozen hand soap, like Frozen the movie hand soap, and I couldn't
Oh,
take
yeah,
it, and I
it
was
was
really,
like
really
too
sad.
big.
And they took it because it was over like a certain fluid amount.
Yeah, yeah.
It was really sad.
Oh,
Oh God, my hip, my hip hurts so bad right now.
haha, you're old.
You know, I actually used to have like a weird chest thing going on.
What do you
Um,
mean?
so I had like bad chest pain. It was like chest pain on my right side, and it would eventually like spread to the rest of my chest and back. Like so,
Huh.
like your front chest area, like right where your ribs are ish, and then it
Right.
would go behind and all the way to my back. And so that hurt a lot. And eventually, like it got to the point where I just couldn't breathe anymore, and I was coughing up. I was coughing so
Ew.
much that like I almost like threw up. And eventually, my dad was like, "Yeah, we probably should take you to like urgent care or something." And I'm like,
Ooh.
"Yeah,
Ooh.
I kind of need to go. Like, I don't feel good." Sure. Sorry, my mom just texted me. Um, but um, and then I eventually went to like the MUSC children's thing. That's down here near the hospital, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I went there, and they're specialized in like children who just had like heart like surgery or whatever, and they're like the more extreme cases of children and stuff. And my aunt used to
Yeah.
work there, and so she came in and talked to me, and I got food. I was there for like 4 hours. It sucked, but they hooked
Hey.
me up to an EKG. And it was really weird. So an EKG is just a bunch of pads on you everywhere, and it just records what your heart's doing. And then they couldn't find anything on the EKG, so they're like, we have to do an echocardiogram, which is like an ultrasound, but like on your chest and like parts of your neck. It was really awkward. It was not
Huh.
fun. Because it has to be, bare skin. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know this person. I don't feel comfortable. She's like, it's fine. You're fine, honey. Whatever. Dude, hospital
That times.
visits are so weird. I hate it so
I don't.
much.
I don't like hospitals either.
Hospitals, like, okay, so when my dad had his hernia surgery in like 2017, both times I went to go visit him in the hospital, I was on Shark Week, and
Yeah.
I got sick, and I had to just like leave. I got cramps every time I walked in there, and I couldn't. I hate hospitals, and especially like the Beaufort Memorial Hospital when I had some issues with my brain, and I went in there. They were so mean. They were kind of so mean. It was bad. I'm like sitting there freaking out, and I was like, so the first time I went in there, I was just kind of vibing. They're like, you can't have anything on you. You got to take your earrings, your bracelets, undergarments, everything. You can't have anything of yours.
Ooh.
And I was like, great,
Really?
I'm gonna be uncomfortable, fun. So I'm just sitting there, and they're like, you can't have your phone on you, you can't have anything. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do inside of an ER? And eventually this
Just
dude
stare
walks
at the
in
wall.
that I'm like sitting there, and the dude at my counselor office, I recognize him, and I go, oh shit. And I recognize him, and he comes and talks to me, and he's like, do you still like want to not live? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, I can't send you home on an I don't know. And I'm like, I
Uh,
don't know. And they're like, well, we can't like send you home. And my dad's like, she's not going to MUSC. She's not going up to Charleston. That's not happening. So I didn't get sent, but they were like, okay, I guess you just can go because we can't do anything for you. I was like, okay. And then the next time I went in there, it was after my counselor appointment. She's like, yeah, you probably should go to the hospital and get checked out. And so I did that.
wow.
And I'm like sitting there, and I brought a koala with me, and I changed into some more comfortable clothes. And this nurse was so nice. I love her. She was so nice. I was like freaking out. I was crying and like hyperventilating. I was like, I don't want my blood. Because with the last time I was there, they stabbed me like 8 times in one arm and blew
Ugh.
my vein in my other one. So I had this giant like black bruise on my arm. It was great.
Hate
So I
needles.
was terrified of it. And I was like, I don't want my blood drawn. I don't want my blood drawn. I'm like freaking out. And she was so nice. She's like, you can keep everything on. You can keep your bracelets, keep your, undergarments, everything. I just need to
Uh-huh.
make sure you don't have anything. She like quick checked everything. She's like, all right, you don't have anything. And then eventually, she was the best phlebotomist I've ever had. She was so like chill. She's like, I'm not gonna hurt you. You need to calm down and breathe. And like, I didn't even feel the needle pull out. It was great. I hate getting my blood drawn, mainly because the needle like comes out. Oh,
I,
that's
I,
the worst
I,
feeling.
I cannot. I cannot do needle at all.
I
Period.
can't either. And okay, so
Dude.
there's like a thing going on TikTok where it's like the nurses or whatever who are like phlebotomists, and they're like, "Oh, well, you have to use a butterfly
Yeah.
needle to stick me." And I'm like, if I ask you to use a butterfly needle, it's not because I don't think you can stick me with one.
Yeah,
I'm just terrified of needles, and that's the only one I can handle. Please use a butterfly. Like, oh,
dude, needles are probably one of my worst. It's not like an innate fear of needles. It's just I get filled with so much dread when I know that I have to get like stabbed by one.
no. So, okay. So I also had to go get my blood drawn a second time because they thought I had a thyroid problem, which is just
Fuck
like,
that.
yeah. And so they were like, hey, you need to go get your blood drawn. So they went and did it, and I couldn't eat like 12 hours before it, so I couldn't eat after like a certain time. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, the lady looks at me because we're sitting in there, and she's like trying to get through people, and I'm like, please hold on, please. And I had to turn on music and like not look at her and not look at the
Mm.
needle, and I felt so bad for her because I'm like, I'm making this such a pain on her, but I'm like, I can't mentally handle it. And then they were like, okay, well, we want to do like a second one, and this wasn't even like it. You have to wait like a week or so before you can like stab your arm again. It
Yeah.
hadn't been a week, so they had to try and get my
Oh.
other arm. And you know about my scar on my hand, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So they were like, okay, well, we can't draw from that arm. Can we get your hand? And they couldn't get my hand, and they couldn't stick it. So then they tried to stick my other hand, and I was like crying and freaking out because I didn't want my blood drawn again, because I,
No.
hate needles. And she just kept like, so it's a butterfly needle inside of my hand. She keeps flicking the tube, like so the needle keeps moving in my hand. I'm like, can you not do that? And she didn't even get enough. She's like, we couldn't do, the other, because they wanted to test me for my thyroids and my mono, because I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't have mono. They were like, oh yeah, you might have mono. I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I promise. I know what it's
Don't
called.
worry, guys.
I don't.
Pretty sure I don't have mono.
I'm like, pretty sure I don't. And so
Yeah.
instead of running the thyroid test, which is the one that needed to be run first, they run the mono one. So they didn't have enough blood to run the thyroid and the mono. So they chose to go with mono. I'm like, that's not the point. We were rechecking my thyroid. And so I had to go
Mono,
back
dude.
the next week. And they were like, hey, we're drawing your blood again. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, you better stick me right this time, or I swear to God, I'm never getting shot by you people. Oh, God, it
Oh.
sucked. And she was like, oh, yeah, I got you. And I'm like, don't you dare stick me more than like 4 times. I swear to God. Don't you have to stick me. She stuck me once. But, God, I hate phlebotomists. My mom was supposed to be a phlebotomist. I still love my mom, though, but...
Yeah.
she went to college to like be a phlebotomist. She didn't like follow through, but she went she is partial
Mm.
stuff.
Uh, the two worst experiences that I've had with needles were the two most recent times that I've had to get shots. The
Oh.
first one was when I had to get my wisdom teeth taken out. Right. So, they'll stick you with the druggy medicine and then you get knocked out. This dentist, I guess his aim was off that day.
Oh yeah, I
I guess
remember
he I guess he had a rough morning, like he forgot his coffee or some shit. But this motherfucker sticks me like right, and it's got to go in the vein because that's how it gets into your bloodstream and knocks your ass out. So he stabs me with it. He misses my vein, right? And he makes it audible too. This was my favorite part. This is the best part. He makes it audible that he fucked up. He sticks it in me and he's like, oh shoot. And of course I'm scared shitless because I'm about to have surgery done on my mouth. So I'm like, what happened? He's like, no, calm down, nothing to worry about, we just missed your vein, we just gotta poke you again. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You missed? Isn't this your job not to miss? So I'm like, okay,
Oh.
fine, whatever, just get it over with. So he sticks me again and he misses again. And this time he goes, aw, damn it, which escalated it. So I'm like, what? What is it now? Did my fucking arm fall off or something, dude? And he's like, no, he just missed your vein again. It's moving around a lot. You just got to keep still. I didn't move my arm. The
You have
nurse
rolling
held
veins.
my arm down.
You have rolling veins, that's why.
I guess I can move my veins left and right at will or fucking something. I don't know.
No. So it just means that your veins like roll like against your muscle. So like even the slightest movement of like tensing your muscle or whatever can shift the vein around.
whatever, man. So he finally sticks it in, and my arm hurt for a week. And the second time, which I honestly think is worse because it legit scared me. Um, no, seriously, I didn't. This happened like last semester, this year.
Are you serious?
Um, yeah, I had to get. Apparently, I like wasn't updated on like 2 shots that I had to get when I
Oh, that
turned.
sucks.
Yeah, when my birthday came, so I had to get out of school, go to the doctor, get my shots, and when I got the shots, they weren't bad, right? I mean, yeah, they hurt, but
It was the
they were
after
easy.
effects.
Shots in, done, right? I walk
Mhm.
downstairs, I sit down so my stepdad can fill out the paperwork, and as I'm sitting on the chair, I start to feel a little dizzy. And I'm like, oh, it's like, oh, this is weird. I mean, what's going on? I'm sure it'll pass, right? No, it just keeps getting worse, and it
Oh
gets worse and
no.
worse and worse, and then my vision starts to get blurry, right? And keep in mind, I'm not like running, I'm not taking a jog, I'm sitting down in a chair in the waiting room, and this is like 10 minutes after I got my shots, so I'm like on the verge of passing the hell out, and I'm really scared. I'm sweating bullets. I can barely see, and I had my glasses on. My vision was blurry. I was getting all dizzy. I could barely move, sweating bullets. And Todd, my stepdad, walks up to me and he's like, "Are you ready to go?" And I'm like, "You just gotta give me a second. Just give me a second." And he's like, "What? What's wrong?" He's like, "I think I'm gonna fucking die." Because I'm sitting in the chair. And he's like, "Will you? Are you gonna be okay?" I'm like, "Just hold on, one sizzling second." So like a minute or so goes by, and it gets a bit better, and I'm like, "Okay, get me the hell out of here." So I stand up, and I'm still dizzy, right? I
Mhm.
stand up, and then it gets worse again, right? Like I'm almost about to pass out. I'm like, "Oh, fuck, here we go. I'm going. This is it. This is how I die. This is how I go out." Um,
Oh god.
so I struggle. I struggle getting into the car. Then I eventually get into the car, and like 15 minutes go by, and it's over. Like it slowly goes down, and after that, I'm fine. I was tired. I was sweaty and gross, but it was over, and that has never happened to me before.
See, I didn't.
Never
That's the
happened
same
to
thing
me
with me.
before.
But when I had to get my polio shot because I missed one. I guess
Yeah.
when I was like a baby or something. Um, I had to get a polio shot, and I was fine when it happened. But I went to bed that night, and I woke up, and I was like freaking out. Like it was really hard for me to move my arms.
Yeah.
Like practically impossible for me to lift my arm up because that's what polio is. It's like, what is it? Getting paralyzed?
Oh no, they gave you polio.
They gave me polio for a short amount of time, and I just couldn't like move my arm, and it sucked, and I had to like. I was like, Dad, I don't feel good, and I'm like, I need water, and I can't reach it, and I can't move my arm, and I'm like sitting there crying. I'm like, I can't move my arm, I can't move my arm. I was like freaking
Oh
out. Eventually, like I was able to like weakly lift my arm and grab the water. So
no!
bad.
Like you had to use your other arm to lift up your limp one and
I
grab the
couldn't
water.
even do that. Like I just like it felt like it was bad. Like you know when you first wake up and you try and do something and you just like what's
And
happening? Where
it
am I?
feels weaker, like to
Yeah,
like grip
that's
your
that's
hands and you're like,
that's what it
oh,
was. It felt like I was barely touching anything too. Like I didn't feel it. And
yeah,
so it was really weird. It was really bad. And then I woke up and I was fine. I was like, I couldn't lift my arm yesterday, like last night, Dad. And he was like, What do you mean? I'm like, I couldn't lift my arm. I was freaking out. He's
yeah.
like, Oh, okay. And just moved on. I'm like, uh, Excuse me?
Well, I mean, if you felt fine the next morning,
Ugh. I
I
think
mean,
that's one of the
I
worst
mean,
ones. I think that was the only time I ever had like a bad side
you're-
effect of something.
I I think I actually it was like a couple seconds, but I think I actually fainted at a doctor's office. They had to like it wasn't a shot. They had to fucking what's it called? Like they like prick your finger and then they take a sample of your
Oh,
blood
yeah,
and then they
yeah,
go
yeah,
like
yeah.
check it out or whatever. A blood test. It's a fucking blood test. So they had to prick my finger. Right, it didn't hurt all that bad. They pricked my finger, get the sample, and I'm just like looking at my finger. Now normally if I get a cut, I'll just be like, oh shit, well that's unfortunate, and I'll go put a band-aid or use a napkin or whatever. But for some reason, I'm looking at
Just
my
kept
finger
staring at it.
and I start to get lightheaded, just like with the last thing. And eventually, I'm like, oh fuck, and I go black for a second, right? And then my mom's in the room next to me, and she's like, John, oh my god, what the hell, what happened? And I wake up and I'm like, oh, whoa, what was that? And she's like, John, you almost passed out. I'm like, I felt like I almost passed out.
See, that hasn't happened to me before. What happened? Oh, so I had ingrown toenails. This is gross, by the way. But I had to go and get them, like got rid of. I had to go have surgery.
Yeah.
And so, I didn't know they were gonna do it that day. I walk into the podiatrist and I'm like, oh yeah, I have this issue. And she's like, okay, we can fix it. And I'm like, are you mean in a different appointment? She goes, no, right now. I, like, what? Excuse me? And so she's like, yeah, we just spray some cold stuff on your foot so you don't feel the needle go in. You should just feel pressure, and then your toe will go numb, and then you'll be fine. And I'm like, what? And I start hyperventilating and freaking out, like I almost pass out. And the lady hands me like a little like cotton rag filled with like alcohol to like breathe in to
Uh-huh.
like help my like airway open up. And I'm still hyperventilating. She goes, if you don't stop and you pass out, we can't do this. We have to take you to the hospital. I'm like, okay, do it. I'll be asleep. Do it when I'm asleep. Do it. Like I'm like, I want to be out. I don't want to be here. And then eventually, and they put like a little sheet. So like whenever you're having like a C-section or like your toe is being removed, I guess, they put a sheet in front of you so you don't see like the needle and you don't see the actual stuff going on. And I'm
Yeah.
like, the sheet was worse. The sheet was so much worse because I had to like sneakily like move my foot in there and be like, I'm
Yeah.
terrified. And my dad was like, can you just hurry this up? This isn't that hard of a thing to do. And I was like I was like so drowsy and delirious afterwards because I didn't have air.
Uh,
And then the second time I did it, my dad gave me stuff before it, and he was like, all right, you gotta calm down. You can't do it. I still ended up like hyperventilating and crying. Um, but I was like tensed up so much. Like I tensed up, and then when I untensed, it's the feeling when your foot goes asleep. That's what
yeah.
happened in my face, in my arms, in my legs, everything. It was everywhere. It was just like light tingly. It was really ugh. I hate. It's happened to me like 2 times after that because
Yeah.
of other things. But we have
I
eight
used to
minutes
get
left. By the way.
I used to get gotcha. I used to get scared when my
Here, we'll leave
put
him
it up,
there.
put it up. Okay, for the last 8 minutes. Um, I used to be as a kid. I was scared when like my leg or arm fell asleep. I thought it was like breaking.
Oh yeah.
I remember one time I was sitting at my dad's house watching like season 2 of SpongeBob on VHS, and my arm just asleep. And like I try to move it, and it feels like there's TV static in your arm, or like it's full of sand. And
TV static in your arm.
and I mean, like, you could still move it, but it felt all funky. And I was like, what is this? What the hell is this? So I look at my dad and I'm like, Dad, my arm feels like it's full of sand. And my dad, he
Full of
doesn't know what the fuck
sand.
I'm talking about. I don't blame him. So he's like, what, huh? It's what? I'm like, I don't know, man. This is feeling weird. It's like my arm's full of sand. I don't like it. And he was just like, oh, well, just like move it around a bunch or something. I don't know. And I was like, okay. I was freaking out a little bit, and eventually it stopped. And that's how I learned that when your arm falls asleep, it's okay.
That's the moral of the story.
The moral of the story.
Oh, did you see on story baby walk? Did you see that?
What?
I'll send it to you because it's personal and I don't want to like expose her. But it was
Oh,
really
okay.
cute. Yeah, it was cute, and I don't know if you saw it, but it was really cute because I was just scrolling through my Snapchat and I saw her and I was like, "Did you see it?" And then it was really cute, and I was so excited. Anyways, oh, what should the title of this be? I feel like medical malpractice is a good one.
Medical malpractice. Jeez, how are you so good with the goddamn titles? Fucking hell.
What do you mean? The first one was Welcome to IRT. Um, and then the second one was
Second one's being
freaking
old.
being old, and then the third one's probably gonna be medical malpractice or why John hates koalas. Like
I think it should be. I think it should be John's hate for koalas and medical malpractices.
John commits medical malpractice against a koala.
That's it, dude. That's fucking it, dude. Oh my god, that's fucking it. Ah! John commits medical malpractice on a koala. That's it, dude. That's golden.
Oh, the poor koala,
Jeez,
the poor medical malpractice.
gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Oh God, we should make
I'm still
what?
I'm still having fun. I'm still having fun with this, man. This
Medical
is great.
malpractice against a koala.
I love it. This is fun.
Oh, it is. It just
I'm glad I finally managed to do it.
yeah. I mean,
It's bonkers.
it is. Who keeps texting me? Mother. Yes, I did. I love it. She texted me like randomly at like 9:56 p.m. She goes, "Hey, do you want to come work with me this weekend?" I go, "Sure." She goes, "Pick you up Friday night, bring you back to Beeford on Sunday." I'm like, "I'll see. Can you find out if that's okay?" I'm like, "I am. Let me know." Okay. Did you ask it? Yes, I did. She's like, it reminds me of like when you have like kind of strict parents and you're like, "No, I can't ask because then he'll say no, but if you ask, it'll be okay." That kind of ordeal.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's what this feels like. Did you ask yet?
Yeah, like, Dad, can I go sleep over with Timmy? Go ask your mother. Mom, can I go sleep out over with Timmy? Go
That's
ask
your
your father.
dad.
Fucking what? Like,
See, I don't have that problem.
I mean, I don't really anymore because my parents stopped. I mean, I'm a good kid, right? Like, I do
Yeah.
good in school. I don't do the drugs and all that stuff. And so they're just like, eh. I mean, if you want to go over with friends, just ask. We're probably gonna say yes, and then we'll be fine with it. Like, I can't remember the last time that I actually like packed an overnight bag to go to one of my friends' house for a sleepover. I'll just sleep
Yeah.
with what I wore over there for the night and be done with it.
Yeah. See, I have a couple friends like that. So one of the places I can actually do that is at like Libby's, because her mom really likes me, and so her mom, they're like cleaning her room and painting it, and they're talking or whatever, and Libby suddenly out of the blue texts me. She goes, "Hey, my mom wants to know if you can come spend the night." Not me, her mom. Like not Libby. She's not. "Oh, I want to know if you can spend the night." She's like, "My mom wants to know if you can spend the night." I'm like, I'll ask. And it's, by the way, it's like 7 o'clock at night when she texts me this. I'm like, I'll see.
Mhm.
And then, I come over and they're like sitting on the floor going through books. And I'm like, what's going on? They're like, "Oh, we're painting my room." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I like go on and I'm like helping her paint her room and we're just messing around the entire time. And then another time I walk into their house and I'm like knocking on I go in to knock on the garage door because I don't use the front door. And I knock on the garage door. I go, "Miss Becky probably can't hear me." So I walk in, and Miss Becky looks at me. She goes, "Oh, hi, you're here. Your shirt's in with Libby's stuff. Just go and get it. Libby's in her room." I'm like, do I live here now? Like, what's happening?
I guess I'm moving in. Fucking.
Like, and here's the thing too. And I'm sitting in the car, and my dad's like, "When do you want, when are you gonna be home?" And I asked Libby's mom, I'm like, "When will be the best time for my dad to come pick me up?" She goes, "Can we just keep her? Ask him how much it would be to adopt you." I'm like, "How much to adopt me?" He goes, $1,000,000. She goes, "Yeah, sure, I got it." He's like, "All right, pack your stuff. You're going." I'm like, "All right."
I
Screw
love how he gave. I love how he gave a price.
it.
He act like it's like. I mean, it's not gonna be cheap, but if you can afford it, you can take her. I guess. Great.
Yeah.
This fucking Pokemon card, dude.
It's gonna be at the
I
end
made
of,
a bunch of
end of
these.
the videos. I mean, I
I
could
made
bring
a
up
bunch
that
of these.
photo. I could bring up the photo.
No, God, we're gonna get Kinsey. Stop. No. No.
I have some cursed photos that John doesn't want to see, but
We're gonna get
I want to see
demonetized
them.
so quickly.
I
We're gonna get
want to see
banned.
them. I want to see them.
Three episodes in, and our channel already gets suspended. Oh boy, what joy!
Oh, all right. We got about a minute.
All right, do you want to wrap it up?
Oh, who? Mother. Okay. I'll ask in a second
What she want you to add?
to see if I can go.
Oh, I mean, it's your what?
So
You're
my mom and dad don't live together. My dad has full custody of me.
yeah.
So she has to ask if I
Your
can go.
dad is. That's why. Okay,
Mhm.
gotcha.
Yeah. Anyways, we have about 30 seconds. You ready to say the outro for the thingy-mabobber?
Yes. I remember it. I remember it this time.
You remember it?
I remember it.
You remember it?
Yes, I know.
You do?
I do.
You do?
Okay.
All right.
Yes, I do. Here we go.
All
Here we
right. You
go.
got about 15 seconds.
Thank you for coming to episode 3 of Independent Reading Time. We hope you enjoyed. Now get back to class.